Hey, how's it going, y'all? This is Chaz from Classic Komodo, and this is Battlefield Academy, a series where I review all the different guns in Battlefield 4 and give you my opinion on them. This time, we're talking about the RFB battle rifle. Is that what it's called? I don't know. I wasn't really paying attention to it because of how bad it sucked. Yeah, the RFB. Me personally, with a lot of other YouTubers, I find that the battle rifles need to get buffed. So I'm going to go into the stats of it first, like I always do, and then I'm going to give you my opinion on it. My opinion might not reflect well on all the different types of game modes, but I'll talk about that in a minute. So let's get right into it. What I'm going to do is, the reason why I'm talking and you're not seeing gameplay is I wanted to, like I said in my addressing the issue video, and I'll leave a link to that one in the description or at the end of the video, I wanted this to be more personal. So I'm going to be in all the videos, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the video and I'm going to place it right about here. That way you can see what's going on, but you can also see me. We're talking here, you know. You don't want to just hear the voice. You want to see the video. So I'm going to have the video playing right here, and then I'm going to give you the stats right about here. So let's get right into it. So first things first, we're going to talk about the general statistics. The max damage on this is going to be 43, and the minimum is going to be 30. That's pretty good if you're thinking, man, that's pretty good damage. But unfortunately, the drop-off starts at 15 meters. What this means, it's going to be a 3 to 4 shot kill at all times, unless you get a headshot, which reduces it. If you get a headshot up close with that 43 max damage, you know, you get an 86, but it's not a one-hit kill. So you're always going to have to get that second shot, which I don't agree on, but we're going to be talking about that in a minute. The drop-off starts at 15 meters, and it ends at 80. So no matter what, you're going to get a 3 to 4 shot kill, which means it's consistent, which is a good thing. The fire rate is terrible. It's 260 rounds, but that's what you're going to get with most of these rifles, is the fact that they're not going to have a high rate of fire because they're supposed to be super powerful. But we're going to go into that. The magazine side is 21, which is awesome because they increase the amount of ammo that you get in all the battle rifles, and that's awesome. You know, the 21 rounds, 20 in the mag, 1 in the chamber is great. It's great for the power for this weapon. So let's minimize this, and we're going to talk about the reload now. The reload is a 3.2 second empty reload, which you don't want to get on empty. With 21 rounds in the magazine, or 20 in the magazine, you shouldn't be running out before reloading. But if you do, you're gonna have to wait a long time. And then also, it's a 2.5 second if you're not. So it's if you have a magazine in the chamber. So for the most part, it's going to be a lengthy reload. I mean, not as long as an LMG or something like that, but it's going to be pretty lengthy. Let's get that out of the way. Next up, we're going to have the recoil patterns. The recoil patterns that you're going to see right here, the recoil patterns are not too bad because of the fact that it's firing so slow. It's got a ridiculous upwards recoil of 0.5. And that's it's ridiculous. You know what? No. Keep him calm. Keep him cool. The recoil is 0.5 upwards. Left has got a negative 0.2 and a right of 0.4. And you think that's ridiculous amount of recoil. Like, oh my god, that's so crazy. But it's firing so slow that, I mean, if you pull the trigger as fast as you can, of course you're going to see ridiculous amount. Actually, let me show you that on the screen right now. Okay, so here we're going to look at the recoil patterns. This is going to be initially, look at that. Ugh, I hate that one. But anyway, let's look at the recoil pattern on me shooting as fast as I can. So it's pretty terrible. You see that it's not consistent. It's all over the place, and it's terrible, and especially for a marksman rifle that needs to be precise. You know, that's not good. This is me shooting it one at a time, single fire. Look at the grouping. It's great. It's excellent. But that's very, very slow. Now, this is probably the fastest I'm going to go and keep it in one spot. And yeah, that's actually, wow, that's really good grouping. So that's the fastest you're probably going to get and have that tight of a grouping. And this is the terrible hip fire. So don't hit fire with this thing unless it's last resort. This is the reason why you should not move left and right while shooting this thing. It's very unpredictable, and this is me mitigating the recoil too. So I'm, pulling down on the joystick and stuff like that. So it's all over the place. I mean, just picture the person's body, and that's very close range. Just think of that even farther. It's going to be, you're not going to hit your mark. This is me shooting as fast as I can while mitigating the recoil. Seeing I'm pulling down every time I shoot, as much as I can to try to help reduce that recoil. And the pattern is okay, but this is relatively close. So keep it at a slow pace with this gun, because if not, you're going to have a bad time. Alright, so now that you've seen that, let's get into the ideal class that I would use for the RFB. My initial setup was, I should use a longer range scope, but I found that the upwards recoil, even with an angled foregrip, there was too much visual recoil. So your scope, even if you use the 4x or 3.4, the 3.4 was better, but you would see this large amounts of visual bounce. And I mean, you were at a severe disadvantage at close range, and then at long range, you weren't getting too much of an added benefit. I mean, yeah, you saw your enemies clear, but for the most part, you might as well be using a 1x magnification, or if you want to use the 1x magnification, you can also attach the 2x magnifier on it. I don't like that one because of the fact that it takes up too much of the screen real estate. It's so blocky, like literally this is what you get with the damn sight. So what I would use I would use a 1x magnification or any type. I don't like the red dot sight. I wasn't able to unlock the Cobra, so I would use either the Cobra or the Coyote sight for this. You need something really, really open. I would use the angle foregrip. You can use the muzzle brake to help reduce that recoil, just you'd have to slow down your shots more because it's going to make the accuracy less. So you're going to want to either use the flash suppressor, because you get the flash suppressor early on. So you might as well use it. The heavy barrel, way too much. You do, I mean, for first console users, it's too much. And then use a red laser sight of your choice, or the tactical light to try to help you out if they come up personal. I was using the red dot sight, but the red laser, but you can use a tactical light. A tactical light would work really, really well. That's about it. I don't think I'm going to be using the battle rifles a lot unless I'm going to have to do the review for them. But I do hope they get buffed soon. I know that they're dealing with a lot of issues right now, and weapon balance isn't necessarily on the top of the priority list, but I have a feeling that I'm going to be revisiting all these different types of rifles. So, hope y'all enjoyed the video, and as always, stay classy.